Good morning, everyone. Welcome to INFLOW Sculpt. Happy Friday. My name is Molly. I'm going to guide you guys through a 45-minute INFLOW Sculpt mat Pilates yoga infused workout. And we're going to get started standing at the back of our mat. So stand up and meet me there. We're going to start with some nice roll downs this morning. Once you get to the back of the mat, ground down through those feet. And then inhale, start to reach the arms up, extended mountain pose. Look up between those hands. And then exhale, palms face the front of the room. We're going to dive down with a slight bend in those knees, belly button to spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, dive down. And then once we get here, just hang at the bottom for a few breaths. Can walk the hands out side to side, any little movements. And then we'll all start to find our way back to that center at stillness. And then start to walk those hands out to high plank. And then just hold here, starting to activate through the legs, the glutes, the core. Pull in. And then exhale, hips go back for your first down dog. A few breaths here to pedal out the feet. Maybe shift the heels from side to side. Just getting warmed up in the body. And then on your next inhale, start to walk the hands back towards your feet. And then from here, we're going to slowly start our roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. The head is the last to lift, and then the arms come overhead. Nice. Hands come back through heart center. We're going to take a few more roll downs this morning. Inhale, reach those arms up. And then exhale, dive over the legs. Little bend in the knee. Once you get here, let's just walk it out right away, high plank. And then on your exhale, shift back down dog. Start to walk those hands back towards the feet. We're linking one breath to movement here. And then inhale, slowly rise up, reaching those arms up last. And then hands come through the heart center. We're going to take one more roll down, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, dive over the legs. Walk it out to high plank. And then let's shift it back down dog. Take a few moments in this final down dog of our warm-up. Any final movements you want to take. And then we'll start to walk those hands back towards the feet. Inhale, slowly start to rise up, finishing that roll up. Reach those arms up, and then hands can come through heart center. Nice work. All right, we're going to roll our way down to the mat. So take one more roll down, dive over those legs. You can start to walk it out, and then you can drop it down into tabletop. Let's just take a quick child's pose and transition here. So you can drop it down to the mat. Just breathe. All right, slowly start to press yourself up, and then let's come on to our backs today. So I'm gonna lower our camera just a little bit so you can see a little bit better, but you're gonna come to lay on your back with your feet planted out in front of you, like so. So I'm gonna slowly lower down. Great, we meet here. All right, we're gonna start with our ab warm up this morning. So first things first, we're going to bring both feet into tabletop. We're going to leave the head, chest, neck down. Start to extend the right leg out and then pull it back in. So we're extending that left leg out now and then pulling it back in. So we're going to keep alternating. Pelvis is pressing into the earth. The knees come right in line with the hip. And then you press the opposite leg out. Bring it into the hip. You want to make sure you're bringing that knee right in line with the hip. You're not coming over. Want to keep those hips melting into the mat. Nice. All right, for our next few, you can lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Keep it going. You got this. Breathe through it. Inhale. Exhale. All right, send both legs out. Just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees in. Hug in. Can rock side to side. And then we're going to prepare for our next progression here. So we're going to bring both legs together, and then you can keep the head, neck, and chest down for now. And then we're going to just come into extending both legs out and bringing them back in. So you're using that low core here. Again, those knees come right in line with the hips, and then you send them back out. Feet are glued together here. Your legs look like one unit, moving in and out. Keep it going. Add in that chest lift if you'd like here. Bring it in. Send them out. I know it burns. Keep going. Send it out. Send it out. Hold. Open the feet hip width distance. Close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Rest. Your abs should feel nice and warmed up. We have another progression we're going to do. All right, let's bring our legs back into our tabletop. And this time, we're going to bring the right arm up and then place the left arm behind it. Just moving my mic so I don't hit it with my arms as we start to reach over toward the right side and then lift. All right, there we go. That's better. Keep going. Reach. Long arms. Reach over to the side. You can lift that head, neck, and chest if you'd like. Keep it going. Nice. Core is pulling in. Pelvis is melting into the mat. 2 more. And then come to rest. You can pull the knees in, or you can send them out to the sides for a butterfly. So we have 2 sides, right? So we're going to come back. We're going to hit that other side, and then we're done with our ab warm-up. We've made it. So bring the left hand up, right hand comes on top, and then same thing here. Our legs are going to come into tabletop and then start to drop it over to the left. Add in that head and chest lift when you can, if that's available in the body today. Breathe. We have a few more reps. You got this. Keep it going. We have 3, 2, 1. Pull in. Ooh, those are killer. All right. Start to send that left leg long, and then let's just lift the right leg up toward the ceiling. Let's just articulate through that ankle, bend and point, or flex and point rather. Try to get a nice long line through that leg. Circle out the ankle now. And then let's take a half happy baby. So grab the outside edge of that right foot and just hold that hip open. All right, bring that one back and extend the right leg out. Let's just lift that left leg up. Bend and flex through the ankle, through the foot. And then if you'd like to take some circles, straightening out the back of the leg as best you can. Really get a long leg here. Nice. And then let's take that little half happy baby on this side. Grab the outside edge of that left foot. And then let's slowly start to bring it back. All right. So we're going to come into a little single leg work. So let's start with bringing the legs up to 90 degrees. So we're still on our back and we're going to bring our legs up 90 degrees. Awesome. We're going to lower that left leg down 45, hold. And then you're going to go ahead and grab a hold of the right calf. We're going to pull the calf in, and then we're going to switch the legs out. Pull the left calf in, and then switch out. So this is a nice stretch, but also an exercise. So you want to keep that core pulling in, the pelvis grounded. We're straightening through the backs of the legs as we pull, and switch. Keep it going. Pull, and switch. Pull, switch. Nice long lines. Keep it going. Feel the stretch, but also feel everything in your body pulling in, skin to muscle to bone. 3 more. That was 1. We have 2 more. And then last one each side. Nice. Bring those knees in and rest. Beautiful. All right. Let's start to plant our feet onto the mat. And then we're going to come into a little bit of bridging today. So we're going to just start with some simple hinges. So inhale, lift the hips up, and then lower down. Nice. Just warming up here. Get your foundation of the pose. Arms and hands are pressing down into the mat. Feet are planted, about hips width distance, and just lift and lower. We're just hinging up and then hinging back down as one unit. Nice. A couple more, and then we're going to add on. Nice. All right, so if you want to add on a challenge, you can bring the arms up overhead and then start to hinge up. Now, if you want to add on even more, we can bring that right leg into tabletop, and from here we'll lift and lower. Lift up and lower. Nice. Can always drop those arms. When your hips lift, if you want to drop the arms by the hips, you can. It's our final progression here. Breathe through it. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Next time you're up, hold, drop the hands down to the mat, and let's pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, drop that foot, and then lower the hips. Take a Supta Baddha Konasana briefly, soles of the feet together. All right, so you know where we're going next. We're going to hit that on the left. So let's bring our feet back into our bridge position. And then we can start to lift those arms up if you did so on the other side. And then left leg can come into your tabletop. Great. Now from here, we just start to lift and lower. Get the foundation of the pose here, lifting and lowering. Don't let those hips drop. We'll only let them drop when they're going down to the mat, but keep them high when you come up, rather. All right, if you want to drop those arms, lift up. You can add that. Few more. This one, hold it, drop the arms, pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, drop it down, release the hips. Supta Baddha Konasana. Again, soles of those feet together. You can put one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. All right, we're not done yet with our bridging. We have one more progression. All right, let's lift our hips up. We're gonna start to bring the right leg into tabletop, and then we're gonna come down and tap the toe, lift. Keep the left hip high. Tap the right toe, lift up. Tap the right toe, lift. Keep it going, nice. Hips stay even. They don't move. Lift up, pull in. I know it burns. 2 more. Place that foot down. We're going to the left. You got this. Stay lifted. Left leg comes up. Tap it down. Keep the hips lifted. The space between the heel and the glute should not change. It should be consistent as you lift and lower that toe down to the ground. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it, hold, and then drop those hips down. Final Supta Baddha Konasana here. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Breathe. Happy baby. Grab the outside edges of your feet, and we can rock side to side. If you want to extend one leg out to the side, bring the other one into your seat. Take a little straddle. And then you can switch it out. So left foot will come into the seat. Right leg can extend out. And then you can start to bring it back in. Nice work. All right, we're going to rock and roll. And we're going to come up on to planking. So we're going to come through some planks today. We're going to do a few different variations. I'm going to grab our stopwatch. And we're going to just start with a nice static hold. So let me start our timer. Some options here. You can always come onto your knees and hands. If you want to drop it down to the forearms, that's going to get you more into the abs. And of course, you can always come up onto those toes. So take your plank variation now and let's go. I'm dropping it down to forearms today and I'm on my toes. We're just holding this first one. Just a nice static hold. We have 10 seconds down. We have 20 more seconds to go. Hold. Breathe in. Breathe out and keep the gaze down at your mat. Nice. We have 5 seconds. And drop it down. You can shift back for a child's pose. All right. Next one. We're going to come on to our palms for this next one because we're going to do some shoulder taps as we add on. So go ahead and lift yourself up into your plank. And then from here, I'm just widening the stance of my legs because I know I'm going to need the stability, excuse me. And then I'm going to start to add on the shoulder taps now. So tapping over to the right, over to the left. Try to stay still, really hard. Bring those feet out a little bit wider. You have 10 more seconds. Nice. Right arm, woo, left arm, right shoulder, right arm, left shoulder. And last one, drop it down. All right. So we're going to come into our last variation here. We're going to add on 2 different moves. So just listen. We'll come up onto the hands, and then we're going to do a shoulder tap, and then we're going to shift forward over the wrists with the toes, and then we're going to come back. Shoulder tap, shift it over, and then come back in line. Nice. Let's keep going. We got 15 more seconds. You got this. shift forward, come back. Right arm, left arm, shift, come back. 5, 4, 3, you got one more in you, shift forward, and you are done. Drop those knees down, release back. Let's walk it over to the right. And then let's walk it over to the left. All right, coming back through center. Take a few cat-cows here just to stretch out. All right, and then from here, let's just transition on to our bottoms. And we're gonna come to a seated forward fold here, just taking a quick stretch. So reach those arms up and then fold over your legs. Bending those knees to bring the feet closer to you. Drop the head. Okay. All right, we're gonna come into a seated position here or kneeling, whatever is comfortable for you. And then we're gonna bring both arms out in front of us. So we're going to bring this right arm, pull back as we rotate over to that side, and then reach that right arm back. As you can see, only the torso, the top part of my body is moving, right? So we're sending the right arm back and then sending it forward. So you're rotating through that side as we send it back and then bring it forward. It might not feel like much, but if you're pulling in through the core and grounding down through those legs, glutes, abs, everything, you should feel it. So really pull in as you send the right arm back and then really slowly release it. Pull it back and then release. I can feel it in my core. Pull the right back and then release. Nice. One more this side. And then release. Nice work. Bring the arms overhead. Just take a quick little stretch. And then we're going to come into our hug a tree here. So let's come up onto the knees and just bring the arms in and out. Hug your tree. Send the arms out. Hug the tree. Send the arms out. Now, if you'd like to lower down to the legs and then lift up, we lower, lower, lower. The key here is to keep everything in a plumb line. You don't want to be all hunched. You want to be a nice straight line as you lower back, and then you press up as you open. So you lower, 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 and then you press up. You're using that low core, those quads, to pull you back up. Few more. Nice work. All right, last one here. And then let's come down to rest. Nice. All right. We're going to come into a bicep curl. Let's extend the right foot out in front of us and then put the right hands out in front of you. So option to come up onto your back foot. So we're in a lunge here. And then as we drop it down, we're going to bicep curl. Nice little transition. Keep it going. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. We're going to do some tricep kickbacks. So hands come right by the ribs, elbows or the sides of the arms are pulling in, and then kick the arms back. Nice. Option to add in that lunge. Nice. Extend those arms back. There we go. Just moved my knee out, or my foot out a little bit to get my knee a little bit more in line. All right, last one. And then let's drop it down. Can bring that back foot in just a little bit. We're coming into a pyramid pose here. So just fold, the right foot is in front of the left. All right, drop the left hand to the mat, put the right arm on the small of your back, or can reach up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, fold over the legs. And then let's just start to lift the left leg up for a standing split. We're just getting a little stretching in here. And then go ahead, drop it down. All right. You can drop down onto the right knee. Left foot is forward. So take a quick breath. I need one. Before we're going to come into our next lunging moves. So just as a little foreshadowing, we're going to do some rowing. So let's start with our low row. You're going to start to rise up, get in position, and then low row, arms come out in front of you, and then you're going to row in by the ribs. Pull in and out. Row in, out. Nice. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Transition to high row. Keep it going. The elbows come right in line with the shoulders and then back out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, pyramid pose on the left. So just step the right foot in. You're about hip width distance here. Just fold. You can plant the right hand, reach the left arm up, or come to the small of your back. And then fold over those legs. You can lift that right leg up rather, other side. Left leg is down, right foot lifts this time for your standing split. And then bring it down. Nice. Let's drop it down onto our knees and then just shift back, child's pose. We're going to come into some prone work on our belly. All right. Bring it out onto your belly. So we're going to start with some swimming. So you can extend the legs long and the arms long here. All right, just bear with me. I'm just going to fix my mic quick. All right, so for our swimming, the head stays down. Lift the right arm and the left leg. Drop it down. Left arm, right leg. Drop it down. So just start here. Lift and lower the opposite arm and leg. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Nice. I'm going to start to pick up the tempo here. Just a little bit. Gaze stays down. All right. And then if you want to come through your full tempo of swimming, we'll stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Can windshield wiper the feet side to side to release the low back. All right, let's come through Sphinx pose. So everyone plant the palms onto the mat with the forearms and just pull that chest through. So a couple of alignment cues here. So obviously here you can see my shoulders are in my ears. I'm pulling the shoulders up and back, and inadvertently I'm pulling my belly up and off the mat. So you're not here, you're nice and lifted. You can see the difference in my belly here versus here. Pull through, point the toes behind you. Breathe. Just keep the gaze in front of you. Don't like throw that neck back. Nice neutral neck. Lower down. Nice work. You can bring the forehead down. All right, we're going to do another Sphinx or Locust, your choice. So if you want to come back through Sphinx, go ahead and rise up. If you want to come through Locust, send the arms by your side. And then inhale, lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out, stay. You got this. Long lines in the body. And release down. Nice work. We're going to do 2 more of those. You know where we're going. If you want to stick with Sphinx, that's cool. Bring those arms back by your side. Forehead comes to the mat. Lift up. Breathe. And stay. Stay, stay, stay. Get a little taller. And then exhale, release it down. Bring the forehead to the mat. We have 1 more. Everyone inhale, rise up now. Let's go. We're going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Nice work. Let's windshield wiper the legs side to side, releasing our low back. All right, let's press ourselves up through a child's pose here. Or I'm sorry, through upward facing dog. And then to child's pose, you can press yourself back. Oh, feel that low back stretch. All right, we're going to come into a little side facing work. We're going to actually start with a couple of side planks, and then we're going to move on to our side lying leg work. So we're going to come up onto our plank. Let's start with our left hand down. So I'm going to come up, I guess I'm going to come onto my forearm today and then just reach the right arm up. So I'm on my left forearm. My feet are stacked. You can bring the bottom knee down if you need. And from here, I'm going to start to thread the needle and then lift back up. Nice. Slow and controlled. Slow and controlled. Lift up. We have 5 more. Reach. Thread the needle and reach. 2 more. And then last 1. Reach up, hold, 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 and then release down. Child's pose. Oof, those ones are killer. All right, especially on that forearm. All right, let's come back onto this side. And then from here, let's lift up onto the left knee and plant the left hand. Lift up the left foot and the right arm. The right foot and the right arm, sorry. I'm all out of sorts today. All right. You're just going to start to tap the toe down, lift it up. Tap the toe down, lift it up. Nice. Tap it down, lift it up. Stay here. Hold your stability while you tap that toe. tap it down, lift, tap it down again, and lift. Nice. Next time you're up, go ahead, grab a hold of that right foot with the right hand and just take a little stretch. Feel the front body opening. And then you can release. We're going to come back through center. Let's take it on the other side. So we're going to come into that forearm plank on the left. Option to always be on the hand or the knee. I'm going to start here with our thread the needle and reach up. Thread the needle, lift up. Keep it going. 5 more. 3, 2, and then 1. Lift up, drop it down. Nice work. All right, you can take a quick child's pose in between. Excuse me, need some water. So dry out from allergies up here in Connecticut. All right, let's get ready to take that final work on this side, and then we'll transition to our legs. So right knee, right hand, left arm, left foot. Just tap the foot down. Hold your stability here. Point the toe, tap it down, lift it up. Lift it up. Nice. Keep it going. Nice long lines in the body here. Couple more. Last one, you can bring it in. Let's drop it into a little Z sit with the legs. We're just going to plant the left hand, reach the right arm over. And then plant the left, reach. Plant the right, reach the left. Yeah, I'm having right and left issues today. All right, nice. Let's just switch out those legs to the other side and just take the little counter stretches here. So knees will just face the opposite direction and just take a minute for yourself to stretch. All right, we're gonna have our finals Pilates push and burn right now with our legs. And then we're gonna do some roll downs to end our practice. So we're gonna come on to the left side. So your left leg is down, right leg is on top. If you wanna have this leg long, only if you can maintain long lines in the body and hip stack, shoulder stack. If you feel like you're wobbling all over the place, bring this left knee in. I'm going to have it in here today for stability. And then we're going to start with our lift and lowers on this right leg. So foot is flexed, lift and lower. Nice. Again, the shoulders are stacked, the hips are stacked. You're supporting yourself on that forearm. You can also have the right hand down on the mat or on your hip. So just feel your setup here for our basic lower and lifts. This doesn't have to be a huge motion. It can be about the width of a ruler, maybe half a ruler. Or the length rather, I guess. Next time you're up, hold, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep the foot forward, point the toe, send it back. We're going to do some continuous movement here on this leg. So get ready for it to burn if it's not already. Mine is. Point it, send it back. This is a pretty small movement. So you want to just send it out to that point of control and then sweep it back. You don't want to be sweeping it way too far out and way too far back so that you're wobbling. You want to stay nice and sturdy. Next time you're out in front, pulse up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toe, send it back, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. bend the knee in, and then stretch it out. We're just doing some bend and stretch here. Bend it in, stretch it out. Keep it going. Nice work. I know it burns. And then next time that knee is in, drop it down, bang out that glute for just a moment. And then I'm going to come down onto my forearm here. I'm going to extend my left leg out, and then the right leg is going to plant. So the right leg that's on top, you're going to plant the foot right by like the knee. We're going to work this bottom leg. So it's going to feel a little weird, but we're going to start to lift and lower that left leg with the flexed foot. Keep everything in line, hips, shoulders. Keep lifting and lowering. And then once you're up, let's pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do our sweeps. Flex, point, flex forward, point it back. Flex it forward, point it back. Last one, forward and back. Drop it down. Bang out those glutes. And then we can just roll to the other side. If you want to pop up quick for a little stretch, you can take that little mermaid stretch here again. Just take a few seconds. And if not, just join me on the other side, getting set up. So I'm going to get all set up here, and then we're going to start. We got a few minutes left, so we want to get this in. So my right leg is in for support, and I'm lower and lifting the left leg. Lift it up and lower. Nice. Keep it going on this side. Even it out. All right, next time you're up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next time you're down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex and point. Sweep it back, sweep it forward. Again, this doesn't have to be a huge motion. Sweep it back, sweep it forward. Next time you're out to the side. 5, pulse up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toe back. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee in. Stretch it out. So we're coming into our bend and stretch. That first one is a little bit of a break, and then we just fly right into it, right? Extend out. I know it's burning. It should be. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3. My hip is on fire. 2, 1. Drop it down. Left arm or left leg comes long. Right leg comes long. Left foot plants. I really cannot get left and right down today, but whatever. And then we're just going to start to lift and lower that bottom foot. Flex it and lift and lower. Ooh, this side feels a little more intense for me. Okay, set your foundation. This side was a little more sticky for me to find that spot, but I'm here. We're lifting and lowering. You might not be able to get it very high, and that's okay. This is small. Next time you're up, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep it forward, point the toe, send it back. Nice. Our final progression. Keep it going. Send it back, send it forward. Next time you're forward, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, drop it down. Bang out that glute. And then again here, let's all start to lift up into that mermaid stretch. And then reach the right arm or the left arm over. And then you can switch sides. Nice. All right. We're going to slowly come up to stand. And the way we're going to get there is by rolling over into a plank. So just transition into plank here and just hold. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, start to walk the hands back towards the feet for our final roll up. Inhale, slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last to lift. Arms reach up overhead. Hands come through heart center. And you guys are all set. Thank you so much for joining this INFLOW Sculpt Free Friday. Hope to see you guys back here next week and look out for more YouTube videos. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.